Student and staff well-being is a constant theme here at West Clermont. Over the past year, we have made significant progress towards protecting our campuses and our people through physical, social, emotional, cyber, and crisis response safety measures. For example, we partnered with the Union Township Police Department to hire a school resource officer for elementary schools and introduce a canine unit for a high school. We have also worked hard to secure additional grant dollars to make physical security enhancements and expand mental health services to our buildings. Some of the improvements include wrapping the glass in our school buildings' lobbies with 3M safety film, adding perforated window film in numerous locations throughout the district to prevent people from seeing into buildings. We also installed safety planners as an additional barrier to vehicular traffic, and we added additional security cameras where necessary in our schools. Many of these improvements were a result of a safety audit that was spearheaded by our Citizens Advisory Commission last school year. As part of their work, they researched the status and best practices of safety, security in public schools. They conducted a student survey, provided families with a safety discussion guide, and presented their recommendations to the West Clermont Board of Education in March of 2023. We each play a part in maintaining the safety and security of our school community. In fact, it's part of our vision that together as one community, we learn, lead, and succeed.
I got involved initially because they were looking into school times for the middle school. And having a daughter that will be there soon is very interested in that. So I was on that committee for a period and I had to pull off, and then Natasha and the former CEO asked me to come back on a committee called Safety and Security, which I'm very passionate about. With all the school shootings and the things that are happening in the school across the nation, although statistically, we have to understand that they're still pretty small, but they're just very shocking. But I wanted to make sure that the school was doing at least the right things as much as they can, because you can't prevent everything, but at least was forward thinking and how they can make sure that they're keeping all the students safe, not just my daughter. And so I've been fortunate to sit on that committee and to feel that Natasha and the school board and the leadership are always thinking ahead. They're not just, hey, we've got this covered, we meet all the standards that everybody says we should have. They're looking past that, because the standards today, someone will figure out how to overcome tomorrow. And so sitting through that process with other parents and other school teachers and community leaders was pretty insightful for me.
The fire department is very, very active and very involved in the West Clermont schools. And our involvement continues year-round with the schools. We are actively involved in many of their committees, whether that's parents, students, staff, administration of the schools, their safety committees, their work groups. We actively participate in those. We're in the schools throughout the year teaching CPR, AEDs, stop the bleed. We keep equipment in each of the schools to help us with those safety measures. Obviously, we participate with the schools with the fire drills and other safety drills that they have. So, it is a continuous process for us. We've had an excellent working relationship with the school district, with the people in the schools, with the staff, the administration, the schools are a very important part of the community, just like the police department, just like the fire department are important aspects of the community. We're partners with West Clermont schools because we want that environment to be as safe as it can be, just like they want it to be as safe as they can be. So we're 100% part of that safety environment within the West Clermont School District.
I'm very impressed with the level of activity that West Clermont Schools is involved in. Natasha Adams, I think, has done a great job as superintendent to bring together police departments in Clermont County, as well as representatives of the schools in West Clermont to have quarterly safety meetings. We had an active shooter training exercise that Union Township helped arrange at West Clermont High School a few months ago. That went very well, and there were lessons learned from that activity, and it's learning best practices and honing our skills if and when we would ever have an active shooter situation.
Obviously, I can't, guarantee anything. Nobody can guarantee anything, but I can promise that we as an agency are going to do everything we can to keep them safe. And that's something you go to work. For me as a police officer, as a SRO, that's one of the things I go to work every day understanding that, I might have to sacrifice my life for those students, and that's the staff. And that's something that I'm well aware of. And the likelihood is not going to happen, but it's there. And we're willing to do that because we are committed to the kids being safe. One of the newest things that we've implemented safety-wise is at the end of last school year, we implemented a K-9 police dog into West Clermont High School. This is Naya. She's a 14-month-old German giant Schnauzer police dog. She's trained in narcotics and tracking, and she is absolutely adored by the kids and the staff at West Clermont High School.
I would say when it comes to school safety, all things considered, I think West Clermont's leading the industry. I think from their SROs to the continued training we do with the school. We still regularly communicate with the school district. We have supervisors and administrators who attend school safety meetings on a regular basis. Everything from collaboration with releases about incidents that occur in the schools. There's just a constant flow of communication. So I believe West Clermont leads the industry in our area.
I'm a former cop. My wife's a Clermont police officer, so we're a little more involved in that aspect. Never felt anything but safe in that whole process. I was really amazed by the communication because the West Clermont School District has 3 or 4 police jurisdictions within it. That's really hard to navigate. Being a former cop, you can sometimes get egos and who's in charge and all that. I have not seen that in any of these instances. They have all worked wonderfully together, which I think is really refreshing.
Yeah, so I think West Clermont Schools is really on the rise and leading a lot of schools in the area and having school resource officers, expanding the programs that they have available, sometimes having the training at their facilities, but also obviously the Union Township Police Department participating in the training. All departments within Clermont County have the availability of having training that assist us in responding to these critical incidents as they happen at the school. You have such a new facility. It's exciting for the kids. I think it's a good place.